Unit 2 practice test. All right. The first one says graph each system and state its solution. So first of all, in order to graph these guys, I'm going to rearrange it so that it's negative x plus 6. I'm going to start at positive 6 with a negative 1 slope, down 1, right 1. And then 3y is equal to negative 3x plus 1. Divide everything by negative 3. So y is equal to negative x plus 1/3. Notice they both have the same slope. So if I start at 1/3, about there, down 1, right 1. Two parallel lines, so there's no solution. Number 2, again I'm going to rearrange. Y equals negative 2/3 x minus 3, so start at negative 3, down 2, right 3. I'm going down because it's negative. If you go to the right, you're always right. Now I know the direction, so I can go up 2, left 3. And y equals now positive 1/3 x plus 6. Alright, so I'm going to start at 6. Up 1, right 3, up 1, right 3. I know the direction, so I can go down 1, left 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the solution is where they intersect, and that point right there is negative 9, positive 3. All right, next page. Number 3. Again, I'm going to solve for y. Divide everybody by 4. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. So I'm going to start at positive 2. My slope is negative 1/2, so down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Get y by himself for this guy. So negative, or that's not negative, that's positive. 2y is equal to negative x plus 4. Divide everybody by 2. So y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. Same equation. So there's an infinite number of solutions because it's the same line. All right, number 4, solve by using substitution or elimination. Really, it has to depend on what the problem looks like. If a variable is all solved for itself, then I'm probably going to use substitution. So x is by himself, so I'm going to replace the x in 3. With 8y minus 10, distribute. Combine like terms, so 33y, add the 30 to the other side is equal to 66, divide by 33, so y is 2. Plug that back in, so x equals 8 times 2 minus 10, 16 minus 10 is 6. If you want to write it as an ordered pair, that'd be 6, 2. All right, with number 5, This guy, I'm probably not going to use substitution because none of the variables are easy to get by themselves. So I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by 2 so I can eliminate the y's. So 3x minus 4y equals 1. 10x plus 4y is equal to 90. So 13x is equal to 91. Divide by 13. So x is 7. Now I can plug that into either one. I like the bottom equation because they're both positive. So 5 times 7 plus 2y is equal to 45. 35 plus 2y is equal to 45. 2y is equal to 10, so y is equal to 5. Again, if you want to write it as an ordered pair, that'd be 7, 5. All right, number 6. They both are solved for y, so I'm just going to set them equal to each other. So 3x minus 27 is equal to 1/2 x minus 7. And I don't like the fractions, so I'm going to multiply everybody by 2. So 6x minus 54 is equal to x minus 14. I'm going to add 54 and subtract x. So 5x is equal to 40, so x is equal to 8. And then plug that into either equation. I'm going to do the top one so I don't have to worry about fractions. So 3 times 8 minus 27. So 24 minus 27, so y is negative 3. Again, if you want to write it as an ordered pair, alphabetically, it'd be 8, negative 3. All right, next page. Number 7. That guy solved for y, so I'm going to substitute that in for that. So 2x minus 3 times 5x plus 37 is equal to a negative 20. Distribute a negative 3, so be careful you distribute that negative. So 2x minus 15x minus 111 is equal to negative 20. So negative 13x is equal to, when I add that, that would be negative 91. No, positive 91. So x is equal to negative 7. Plug that back in. So y equals 5 times negative 7 plus 37. Negative 35 plus 37 is positive 2. So as an ordered pair would be 7. Negative 7, comma 2. All right, number 8's a little tricky because there's lots of fractions. So let's get rid of the fractions first. If I want to get rid of the fractions, they both have a 5 and a 6. So I'm going to multiply both equations by 30 to make my life easier. So 30 divided by 5 is 6 times 3 is 18x. 30 divided by 6 is 5 times 1 would be negative 5y is equal to 30. Same thing, 30 divided by 5 is 6 times 1 is still 6. 30 divided by 6 is 5 times 5 is 25y. And 30 times 11 is 330. All right, now I need to do some elimination. So I'm going to take that top equation and I'm going to multiply it by 5. So 18 times 5 is 90x minus 25y is equal to 150. 6x plus 25y is equal to 330. So when I add those two guys together, the y's are going to cancel. So 96x is equal to 480. Divide by 96. So x is equal to 5. If you want to deal with fractions, you can go back to the printed ones. If you'd rather go back into these guys, you certainly can because we got rid of the fractions. So 18 times 5 minus 5y is equal to 30. 18 times 5 is 90, minus 5y is equal to 30. Negative 5y is equal to negative 60. Divide by negative 5. So y is positive 12. Again, as an ordered pair, that would be 5, 12. All right. Number 9. I'm going to do some elimination, and I think I'm just going to multiply the top guy by negative 2. You can eliminate the y's if you want, but I'm just going to multiply the top guy by negative 2. So negative 8x minus 18y is equal to a negative 6, and 8x minus 3y is equal to negative 8. X's are going to cancel, so I get negative 21y is equal to a negative 14. Divide by a negative 21. So y is equal to a positive now. And 21 over 14, 7 goes into both of those, becomes 2/3. Now I need to plug 2/3 in for y. I think I'm going to plug it into the bottom one, because then the 3's are going to cancel. So 8x minus 3 times 2/3 is equal to negative 8. X minus 2 is equal to a negative 8. Add 2, so 8x is equal to a negative 6. Divide by 8, and then reduce. They were both divisible by 2, so I get 3/4. So as an ordered pair, it's negative 3/4, 2/3. All right, next page. Solve by graphing, so we're going to graph and shade with these guys. Alright, so that equation right there, I'm going to get into y equals, so y is less than when I divide by 2, 2/3 x minus 4. So I'm going to start at negative 4, and my slope is, 3/2, is up 3, right 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This guy's a solid line because he has the equal to with him, and he's less than, so I want to shade below. And then this guy, get the y by himself, so I need to divide by a negative 5, and when I divide by a negative 5, that flips my inequality symbol. So I get a negative 3/5 x. If you want to think about that as plus 0, that's my intercept. So my intercept is 0, and I'm going to go down 3, and then right 5. Down 3, and right 5. This guy's also a solid line, because he has the equal to with it. And I want greater than, so I want to shade above. So my overlapping area is over here. So that's my solution. Alright, number 11. Absolute value of x is greater than 3. Alright, so absolute value, remember, when I split it apart, x is greater than 3. X is also less than negative 3. So x equals our vertical line, so I want a dotted line at positive 3 and a dotted line at negative 3. And remember, that's a distance, so I want to go a distance greater than 3, or I want things that are bigger than 3, so I'm going to shade outside here. And I want things that are smaller than negative 3, so I have 2 shaded areas. Alright. absolute value of y plus 2 is less than 5. So y plus 2 is less than 5, and y plus 2 is also greater than negative 5. So y is less than 3 when I subtract through 2, and y is greater than negative 7. So I have a dotted line at positive 3, and a dotted line at negative 7. And I want things that are smaller than 3, but bigger than negative 7. So this shaded area is in between. So this guy has two overlapping areas. It has a rectangle over here, and it has a rectangle over here. And it's okay to have two shaded areas. Both of those ones work. So the black ones are your solution. Okay, next page. This equation, number 12, has 3. So we're going to find the overlap between all 3 of them. All right, first one I'm going to start at positive 1, and my slope is negative 1/2. I'm going to go down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. And it's a solid line. And I want greater than, so I want to shade above that line. Okay, y equals negative 3x plus 5, so I'm going to start at positive 5. Slope is negative 3, so down 3, right 1, down 3, 2, 3, right 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. And again, another solid line. This guy's a lesson, so I want to shade below that line. And finally, y equals 2x plus 2. So I'm going to start at positive 2, and my slope is positive 2, so up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. Again, another solid line. So he's like that, and that guy's a lesson, so I want to shade below. Alright, so my little overlapping area is above my red, below my blue, and below my yellow. So my solution is this itty bitty triangle right in there. Alright, number 13. These ones say solve the system of equations. Well, when I look at this guy right here, 2t is easy to solve for t. So if I just take this guy right here and I divide by 2, t is equal to 4. I can then take that and put that guy in there. So s plus 2 times 4 is equal to 5. So s plus 8 is equal to 5. So s is equal to negative 3. And then let's find r. So 7r minus 3 times a negative 3 plus 4 is equal to 20. 7r plus 9 now plus 4 is equal to 20. 7r plus 13 is equal to 20. 7r is equal to 7 when I subtract 13, so r is equal to 1. You can leave your answers like that, or you can write it as an ordered triple, and when you write it as an ordered triple, it's alphabetical. So R, S, T. Okay, 14. Hopefully I don't run out of room here. So, game plan. You kind of have to come up with what you want to get rid of. So my suggestion is let's go ahead and get rid of the y's. And the only reason I say that is because then we'd only have to multiply by 2. So if we get rid of the y's, I'm going to multiply this middle one here by negative 2. So I have 4x plus 2y, if I work with the top two, minus z is equal to 5. And negative 4x minus 2y plus 10z is equal to 22. when we do that, actually something cool just happened. The x's and the y's canceled, so I got 9z is equal to 27. So easy peasy, we got z is equal to 3. I'm going to go ahead and do this again, and I'm going to do it with the bottom two. So this time I'm going to multiply it by a 2 and get rid of the y again, and then we'll use that z. So 4x plus 2y minus 10z is equal to negative 22, and x minus 2y plus 3z is equal to 6. So when I add these guys together, I get 5x minus 7z is equal to 16, negative 16. Now I'm going to plug that 3 in for z. So 5x minus 7 times 3 is equal to negative 16. So 5x minus 21 is equal to negative 16. So 5x is equal to negative 16 plus 21, that would be 5. So x is equal to 1. Now I just have to find y, and I'm going to use that middle one. 2x plus y minus 5z is equal to a negative 11. So 2 times 1 plus y minus 5 times 3 is equal to a negative 11. 2 plus y minus 15 is equal to a negative 11. So y minus 13 is equal to a negative 11. So y is equal to 2 when I add that 13 on over. So alphabetically, 1, 2, 3. All right. Next page, 15. I got a y and a z and a y on this one. So I'm going to solve this guy for y by just dividing by 3. So y is equal to a negative 1. Plug that into that guy. Negative 1 plus z is equal to 4. Add that, so z is equal to 5. So 2x plus 4y minus z is equal to a negative 3. 2x plus 4 times a negative 1 minus 5 is equal to negative 3. 2x minus 4 minus 5 is equal to a negative 3. So 2x minus 9 is equal to a negative 3. Add 9, so 2x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 3. So ordered triple, 3, negative 1, 5. All right. The bottom one, this guy has 2, the middle one has 2, and the bottom one has 2. I'm going to circle the bottom one, x and z, because the only thing I can get rid of out of the top 2 would be the y's. So in order to get rid of the y's, I'm going to multiply that middle equation by 7 and the top equation by 2 to get their same coefficients. So I get 10x plus 14y plus 0z is equal to negative 2. And 0x minus 14y plus 21z is equal to 63. When I add them together, I get 10x, y's are going to cancel, plus 21z is equal to 61. I'm going to circle it so I can find it. And now I need to work with these two guys. So let's go ahead and multiply that bottom equation by 21. So I have 10x plus 21z is equal to 61. 7 times 21 is 147. X minus 21z is equal to 21 times 27 is 567. So 157 when the z's cancel, that'd be x is equal to 628. So 628 divided by 157. So x is equal to 4. Plug that guy back into there. So 7 times 4 minus z is equal to 27. 28 minus z is equal to 27. Subtract. So negative z is negative 1. So z is equal to 1. Now we have to find y. You can use the top one or the middle one. I'm going to use the top one. So 5x plus 7y is equal to a negative 1. 5 times 4 plus 7y is equal to a negative 1. That's not a negative 1. Subtract 20, so 7y is equal to a negative 21. So y is equal to negative 3. So ordered pair, 4, negative 3, 1. Ordered triple, I should say. Alright, last one on this page. Again, the game plan, I think I'm going to get rid of x's just because it doesn't really matter. They all have a 1, a 2, and a 3 in them. So, working with the top two, I'm going to multiply this guy by 2 and this guy by negative 3. So I get 6x plus 2y plus 2z equals 8, and negative 6x minus 6y minus 9z equals a negative 9. Add them together, so I get negative 4y minus 7z equals a negative 1. Circle it so we can find it. The bottom two, when I do that, I'm just going to multiply this guy by negative 2. So 2x plus 2y plus 3z equals 3. And negative 2x minus 6y minus 4z is equal to a negative 10. X's are going to cancel, so I get negative 4y minus 1z is equal to a negative 7. Alright, now I think I can just change their signs and multiply. Let's just go ahead and multiply this guy by negative 1. So I get positive 4y plus 7z is equal to 1. And if I add them together, I get 6z is equal to a negative 6. So z is equal to a negative 1. So negative 4y minus z is equal to negative 7. Negative 4y plus 1 now, because it would be a negative 1, is equal to a negative 7. So subtract 1 more, and I get negative 8. So y is positive 2. And let's go find x. And I'm going to pick the bottom guy, I think, because then they're all, that x is by itself. So x plus 3 times 2 plus 2 times a negative 1 is equal to 5. X plus 6 plus a negative 2 is equal to 5. X plus 4 is equal to 5. Subtract 4, so x is 1. So my triple is 1, 2, negative 1. Alright, last page. Bob. Bob buys 2 burgers, 1 order of fry, and 2 Cokes for $6.35. Wes orders 1 burger, 2 fries, 2 Cokes for $5.45. Dave orders 3 burgers, 3 fries, and 3 Cokes for $1.11. What's the price of each? Alright, so we need 3 equations. So Bob buys 2 burgers. I'm going to use B for burgers, F for fries, and C for Cokes. 2 burgers plus 1 fry plus 2 Cokes, and it's $6.35. 1 burger for Wes, 2 fries, and 2 Cokes for $5.45. And Dave gets 3 burgers, 3 fries, and 3 Cokes for $11.01. Alright, so now you have to make a game plan on what you want to get rid of. It doesn't really matter. I think I'm probably going to get rid of burgers. So if I get rid of burgers, the B's, I need to multiply this guy by -2. So 2B plus 1F plus 2C, 635, -2B minus 4F. Minus 4C is equal to -1090. So -3F minus 2C is equal to 635 minus 1090 is -455. Now I'm going to work with the bottom two, and when I do that, I'm going to multiply by -3. So -3B plus, sorry, that's not right, -3B minus 6F minus 4C is equal to -1635, and 3B plus 3, golly, that's supposed to be an F. Plus 3C is equal to 1101. Okay, that's better. That's why I was getting confused. B's are going to cancel, so I get -3F minus 1C. I did something wrong. That's a 6. That's better. Yes. So, minus 3C is equal to -534. Okay. Let's just flip the signs on one of them. So let's just, because this guy, it doesn't really matter. Actually, this one would be easier, because he's bigger. So 3F plus 3C, then it'll be positive, is equal to 534. So when I add those two guys together, I get 1 Coke is 79 cents. Plug that into either one of these guys. Um, 3F plus 2C is equal to 455. So 3F plus 2 times 0.79 is equal to 455. So 3F plus $1.58 is equal to 455. So 3 fries is equal to $2.97. So 1 fry is 99 cents. Alright, last thing. We gotta find the burgers. Let's do the middle one because there's only one of them. So 1 burger plus 2 times my fries plus 2 times my Cokes. And I ran out of room. So 1 burger plus $1.98 plus $1.58 is equal to $5.45. So 1 burger plus $3.56 is $5.45. So 1 burger is $1.89. All right, last one. The class of 24 students and adult chaperones went on a field trip. The price for an adult to go is $15 and the student price was $10. The total cost was $250. How many adults and how many students went on the field trip? All right, well, we've got adults plus students equals 24, and the price for an adult was $15 plus $10 for students, and the total cost was $250. So we can do some substitution or we can do some elimination. At this point it doesn't really matter to me. So I'm going to say adults are 24 minus S. So 15 times 24 minus S plus 10S is equal to 250. 15 times 24. 360 minus 15S plus 10S is equal to 250. So 250 minus 360 is negative 110. And negative 15 plus 10 is negative 5S. So that divided that by negative 5. So S is 22. So the adults are equal to 24 minus 22. So adults are equal to 2. Okay, let's check and make sure it worked. Well, the 22 plus the 2 is 24, and 15 times 2 plus 10 times 22. Well, that would be 30 plus 2, 20. So 250, it worked. So 2 adults and 22 students.